It is once again that time of year for a brand new installment within the WWE Games franchise that has been a staple within the gaming community since the year 2000. This latest installment is WWE 2K24. Over the past couple of months, we've been seeing hype built around this game, whether it be from your favorite content creators or even on WWE programming, be it revealing who's rated what in the recent installment or the recent trailer, which saw Roman Reigns virtually spear you into not finishing your story. Which was great, by the way. It took me back to how they used to promote SmackDown vs. Raw when I was a young preteen teenager. The promotion has been top notch this year. But what about the game itself? This year, they've been promoting the return of crowd favorite match types like ambulance, casket, and special guest referee matches. And then as we got closer to release, they eventually revealed the return of the gauntlet match, new MyRise campaigns, and more. So today's purpose is for me to sit down and finally play it and give my unfiltered initial thoughts for myself and highlight the good, but also bring light to the bad without any other influence. Because I have not seen one single second of actual gameplay outside of a few clips and videos that I linked on my Twitter, which you guys should be following me, by the way. We still have fun over there. All are welcome. But outside of watching the creators I follow like BDE, Simply Better AM, It's Mastodon, and Assemble, I have not played this game until now. So sit back, relax, pop open that Red Bull or light a fat one Godfather style, and by the conclusion of this video, I will tell you if at this point in time, if WWE 2K24 should be passed over or played. Right off the rip, what I appreciate about the opening presentation was the option between going to the in-game performance center where you're greeted by the lovely Kathy Kelly and the returning host Drew Gulak to give you a nice exchange between the two before you enter into lessons on how to play the game or to freshen up on your skills from the basics to the advanced options. If you played 2K23, nothing much has changed from the controls, just an added feature like super finishers. And the more you complete the objectives, the more MyFaction points you get, with the final prize being a Superstar Series pack, or if you're feeling lucky, you can just go straight to the main menu and you play through the different modes available to you. As far as the menu is concerned, I love the aesthetics this year, still way better than what they did to us in WWE 2K19 with that back white ground. If you know, you know. Overall, I'm loving the fact that they kept it simple yet stylish this year. For those who have checked out previous Pass or Play videos or even my old Twitch streams knows for a fact that I am pretty much the worst player alive when it comes to new games. I was struggling with Spider-Man 2 on the hardest difficulty possible, but I survived. I had to take a shower because I was sweating like crazy, but that's besides the point. So after starting off within the Performance Center, because even though I just recently played 2K23, there's no shame in making sure you still got it with the controls, and I will keep this short and sweet. The controls still feel the same as last year. The match play itself is still well polished with a few moments here or there where there's bugs, but that's literally every 2K game. So nothing surprising there that will likely be patched out as time goes on. Or not.
It is what it is.
Just to test myself against AI again this year, I selected to play as main event Jey Uso to battle the Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio, and the match was pretty solid gameplay wise, and in the midst of it, I decided to briefly check out highlight reel. Those who are familiar with my channel knows for a fact that I use this feature a lot. And it's still up to 32 seconds of footage, so you have to time it perfectly. But what I did notice about it was it started at the end of the 32 seconds as opposed to at the beginning like it's done in the past. Hopefully that's something that can be patched. If not, it's not the end of the world for me. I just have to pay attention, that's all. So don't press the button and then nothing happens because it's at the end. You just have to rewind it and it's at the beginning. But after surviving quite the match where I thought I was done for, I even saw a couple of new animations that I haven't seen before in regards to reversals and such. It was nice to see, but even with outside interference from Fiend Balor, I still picked up the win over Dirty Dom. But after playing one match, my thoughts on gameplay remains. It still feels the same as 2K23, but there has been some nice improvements and some nice polishing here and there, and from a day one point of view, I can see there being more improvements the more patches are released over time. Let's step over to online. You have 4 options: lobbies, community creations, leaderboards, and online options. Stepping into lobbies, it still looks the same, and for the purpose of this video, I decided to hop into a random one-on-one match, but then I was met with this unable to communicate notification, so I opted to move on from this for the time being. But of course, I'll definitely check back over time to see if this is resolved, especially when I start linking with my friends to play the game in future streams. But overall, online seems pretty much the same from a visual point of view. Stepping over to the bread and butter of the longevity longevity of these games' community creations, which has the Fiend front and center. Rest in peace, Bray. It's the same as last year when you enter downloads, uploads, and image manager. For day one, we already have over 500 pages, but for this video, I'll switch over to most downloads to see what's up. And of course, the first created I see is what's the status. Shout out to them for keeping these games interesting for non-PC players the last year. And is that Kurt Angle? Let me go ahead and download that sign right quick. But it seems like for day one, the download option is pretty standard on PS5, so that is definitely a plus. I'll keep a close eye on this once the game is released to the general public at the time of this video's release. Also, we have a couple of day one calls, and this Sasha Banks one by Ronald Jackson 376 is really good. Thumbs up. Leaderboards is a simple ranking system for those who play online, so if this is your thing, have fun with that. I might rank too, but also, wait. How the hell has someone already had over 900 wins when the game has only been out about 9 hours at the time of this recording? Did you go eat breakfast? Did you shower? Did you tell your loved one you love them? How do you have 900? Anyway, and the online options are pretty self-explanatory once you click on that. Moving on to creations, and here we have 10 options to choose from. Superstar, entrance and victory, moveset, championship, money in the bank, arena, show, which coincides with arena, custom matches, sign and image, which features the returning create a sign feature. If you played older games, it was briefly there and then it wasn't, and video. Of course, checking out create a superstar first, and the options remain the same. New custom superstar, male or female, or customized WWE superstars already in the game. So I decided for the purpose of this video to select a preset male superstar to mess around with. Pause. It's nice to see that the random feature didn't go away, where you can randomize a character if you don't feel like going into full detail with the character. Looking at this character closely, I like the detail of this guy's face, actually capturing certain aesthetics of someone's face, like the pores and all that stuff. I didn't have a custom face in the game yet. I'll definitely mess around with that when it's time to make MyRise content for the channel. And despite it being a common name, Gresh or Gresham is not in the game. Fix it, 2K. It's nearly been 10 years. Do you need me to email you on how to spell it? Put Gresham in the game. Thank you. But everything is pretty much the same as 2K23 here, minus the change in the backdrop, which I've seen have received a mixed reaction online. I never noticed the difference personally. At least it's not like 2K19. Switching over to entrance and victory. For the entrance, it's the same as 2K23. I know last year there was this feature where the pyro was attached to the entrance by default, and it appears to be the same here when I opted to check out AJ Styles' entrance, which I hope isn't the case for cause. But then again, it might be, which is kind of a bummer if you don't want the pyro to go off at that exact time. Now with the victory motion, it's also the same, but this time they have the emotions broken into heel and face sections, which is nothing but simplifying the menu screens more. Other than that, it's the same. Switching over to moveset, it's also the same as 2K23 with the added feature of freeze, which I believe has something to do with one of the new payback options, where you have the option to temporarily shock and confuse your opponent with a surprising display, which is pretty cool. Also, you have the addition of the super finisher, which as of now has 39 options, and after playing through the PC and using it, they've relaxed a bit on the effect used for the overlay of it, which is a good thing if you're a player like me who likes to partake in the occasional festivities of a libation or two. I also like the addition of up to 5 signature moves and 5 finishers. That way, if the match does go long, you can switch it up instead of doing the same 2 finishers over and over and over, rendering the match itself boring. Next up, I need them to increase the number of Rumble finishers next as far as options is concerned. Hashtag more Rumble finishers 2K25. Outside of that, nothing much to talk about as far as moveset is concerned, but I definitely say check out creators who do specialize in that sort of thing. And also don't hesitate to check out community creations, because you can come across a plethora of players who upload a simply updated moveset. Pretty straightforward. Custom championships and custom money in the bank briefcases, as far as the options are concerned, remain the same as 2K23, so there is nothing much to talk about there. I haven't had the chance to play through a match with those belts, but the way I use custom titles and briefcases during my what if or fantasy booking or my GM videos, you'll get my thoughts on if it crashes or glitches, rather on here or on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now let's switch over to custom arenas. Of course, you have up to 11 templates in the game by default, but those who know this channel and yours truly know that I don't ever touch those templates. And of course, it seems like nothing much has changed in this department either, which is kind of a bummer. Hopefully, a part of this season pass, they give us some additional parts to make this mode feel more evolved. Also, I like the option where if you want to customize the placement of whatever you're editing right now, or LED display of, say, the Titantron, they put it right there in your face, which is slightly different than in 2K23 and before. Custom show is pretty much the same as always: show name, arena, referee, commentary, screen filter, location, matchup screen, show image, transition GFX, watermark image, replay screen design, and overlay design. Nothing much to talk about here. It's the same as 2K23 and before that. To wrap up my time in creations, custom matches are pretty much the same as always with the return of gauntlet matches. Nothing much is different here. Crowd signs are pretty straightforward as well. Use in-game images or download custom ones, just like I did with that Kurt Angle stare image. Images is the same as always. Custom video is the same as always as well. And if you're a universe mode creator that likes to still use this feature, the cutscenes are still unnamed, so good luck with that. But overall, creations are pretty much the same as always with a few new additions, so hopefully any bugs that we may or may not find, highly likely is 2K, gets patched out as time progresses. Universe mode, universe is still the same.
Yeah, I'm over it.
You're over it?
Yeah.
Now listen, if you're a laid-back player or a child creator or a child player who wants something simplistic to play through, this is your mode. It gives you the full presentation. You get a nice promo package once you click on the mode for the first time, and I can't lie, it gets you hyped. But if you're an experienced or long-time player like yours truly, this mode will likely get played at least once or twice in case there's a video or stream idea here and there, but that's about it. Show intros are still gone. There's no custom promo feature. It's just match, a cutscene if you're in a rivalry and sandbox mode, and superstar mode is still a glorified towers mode in my opinion. I believe I saw a video from Assemble, which I'll link in the description, where he was giving a full breakdown of the mode and what's missing and what needs to be changed in order for this mode to finally evolve. And while I agree with everything he says, I'm in the boat of this mode finally getting the old yellow treatment and just putting it out of its misery, because 2K continues to treat this mode like it's a red-headed stepchild. And like I said, unless you're a laid-back chill player or a child who's just looking to play this game for simple fun, then this mode no longer serves a purpose, and they can just take these resources for this mode and place them somewhere else, or go the route I said and merge some of its features into MyGM, or bring back story designer features into this mode to give it new life. I don't know, I'm just bored with talking about this mode if nothing is really going to change with it. Moving on.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Now, as far as MyRise and MyGM are concerned, I will definitely be making content in regards to both campaigns within MyRise Unleashed and Undisputed. And I've been in talks with my boy Highlight Reel to finally doing a co-produced MyGM series on the channel, which was of course inspired by Up Up Down Down as far as getting creative with it. So keep it locked on the channel for frequent releases in regards to both modes. Am I forgetting something? Oh yes, MyFaction, the mode that I had been dreading to play through since it was introduced in 2K22. And after finding out that we can finally play as the different models that are locked behind this mode and other modes after 2 years of pleading with 2K and downloading what's the status's uploads and community creations, they finally listened. And you can tell this by checking for the persona mark on the card, which will allow you to play the alt attires across the modes. And I might actually be making content on this mode too.
Nigga, what?
Oh, wow, they finally got my ass.
Here we go again.
Okay, that's definitely it. That's, oh boy. Here we go. The bad, showcase mode. By the time this video releases, my video on the 40 years of WrestleMania 2K showcase mode should have been recorded for the channel and sent to my esteemed new editor. Everyone say hey to Stevo G. What a guy. Love that guy. But I will be completely honest with you. This mode still needs to go away. It needs to go away too. I'm sorry. That sounds so harsh, but I am so serious. I am a heavy advocate of them either bringing back Road to WrestleMania, or at the very least get creative with 2K Showcase and turn that into their own Road to WrestleMania with original stories, original character traits with in-game stars, something different than what 2K Showcase has become. My last two favorite ones were 2K19 on Daniel Bryan and 2K16 on Stone Cold Steve Austin respectively. But unless you're playing just to unlock arenas from the mode, then you're just wasting your time. Because at this point in recording this video, I have been playing WWE 2K24 for the better part of 2 days. And while I will say that I have had fun playing new match types like the Gauntlet match and the Ambulance match, I will also tell you that I have had quite the most miserable time playing through and recording 2K Showcase again. Now don't get me wrong, while the gameplay is fine in this game, I implore everyone, I implore you listening to the sound of my voice to never play 2K Showcase mode in its current state. Now, if you're the person who finds solace in playing this mode in all this part game and part awkward network footage glory, then by all means, have fun. I'm happy for you. But from a guy like me, for me, this mode needs to die 1,000 deaths. And when it goes to hell, it needs to be revived and die again. I can give this mode one positive. I can give you one positive. Unlike previous incarnations, you don't have to play through this mode to unlock the alternate attires. At least that's what it was like for me. It was already unlocked. I already had Rock 2001. I already had the Stone Cold Steve Austin Disturbed. I had all that. So I'm grateful for that. Now, if you want access to, say, a previous WrestleMania arena, like, say, WrestleMania 17 or WrestleMania 31, then you have to grind through this mode. And I am here to tell you right now, do not, under any circumstances, do not play this mode on anything other than easy difficulty, or you will be playing this mode for darn near 10 hours. And before someone says, oh, you're just being dramatic, no, I am not. I played through this mode for a this video does not end until type of video. I know it's a little insane. I'm an insane individual. It happens because this video will be coming out on this channel. And I am telling you this right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. I almost broke this controller with how much I squeezed it out of frustration with the rollouts and the kickouts when it was supposed to kick out, but they kept doing it. But then I remembered how much it cost to replace it, which is not cheap. So I decided against it. Don't do it. For the sake of your sanity, for someone who nearly lost their sanity, don't do it. Play this mode on easy and easy alone, because what the heck, 2K, what the heck do you mean Irish whip this person to the southeast corner and in the southwest corner and the north, south, east, west? Like, bro, just understand that I turn my brain off to play these games. I don't need to remember or trying to think like, which one is the southeast? Is it this way? Is it this way? Is it that way? Is it down south? Is it, what are we doing? What? Because it's like, and then don't get me started on when I had to sit through awkward pauses of the cutscene with the network footage, because network footage that they use does not have commentary. So imagine just hearing crowd noise of them just sitting there. And if you're not invested, or if you're not hearing anybody trying to sell you on it, you're a wrestling fan and you're like, oh my God, why is it so quiet? This is so awkward. How do you watch wrestling on mute? That's literally what it was like watching this on mute. And then then when you had to hit your finisher, you had the manager interrupting you for you hitting the finisher. So the animation was so long. And then after that, it was like you was just sitting there like, hey, stop. And then don't get me started on the fact that every time I try to get up, they kept counting and kept counting. The AI did not stop me from getting counted out, and then I got counted out, and then I had to do the match again because I was on legend difficulty or normal difficulty. Do this on easy. Just, yeah. Are you okay? In conclusion, if you have yet to make a decision in regards to if you want to pass or play this game, I will tell you this right here, right now, that this game is play-ish. They have been headed in the right direction since 2K22, but the two passes for this game is still 2K Showcase and Universe Mode. I will say this until I am heard loud and clear. I feel like if you're not doing anything to make these modes feel like something outside of just an obligation to play to unlock things, then it needs to be removed from the game. In regards to Showcase Mode, sitting through pointless network footage when you could simply just recreate the footage yourself in an abbreviated format is just downright lazy. And speaking of laziness, Universe Mode is just flat out boring. If that is your thing too, have fun. But me, I am good. I will play through it for a stream, maybe. Don't hold me to it. I am a master of saying I'll do something and get bored with it. And instead, you can just use those resources to make sure that your base game is well polished, because there's still bugs with certain animations. And don't get me started on the targeting system changing unprovoked from time to time when it's a multiplayer match. But like I said, this game is still a play everywhere else, especially if you play with your friends. Now, I have yet to play through online, MyRise and MyGM. Those videos or possible streams are coming, don't you worry. I just spent too much time on 2K Showcase and I need a mental break, but they are coming within the next couple of days to months. And this will not be the last pass to play video I do on this game. I know for sure there will be patches released over time, so I will do another one when the next patch happens, and I will do ones dedicated to the upcoming DLC packs that comes within season mode. But as far as my initial thoughts on this game, that's all I got for now. But let me know what you guys think. Was I too harsh, fair, or not harsh enough on the latest installment within the WWE Games franchise? Will you get the game regardless to see how it plays for yourself? Did I miss anything? Because I'm pretty sure I did. Let me know down in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button for more similar videos, including the What If series, as well as the return of the fantasy booking series, where I book an entire upcoming pay-per-view based on my opinion and what I see on current WWE, AEW, or maybe, not maybe, don't quote me, TNA TV. I'm no longer a one-man team. I have a new editor, as I mentioned, on staff, and will be open to other editors in the future, because you can't grow as a creator the way I was going, and seeing other creators stressing themselves out over the grind made this decision all that much easier. And if you want to see previous What If content, then make sure you check out this playlist that was curated for this, including the latest one where I asked a question on what if this is how Roman Reigns gets dethroned at WrestleMania. I'll catch you over there, and y'all be breezy.
Still eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Try to violate my peace, and I'm quick to hit delete. Got a V trigger coming for you, Twitter typing tough guys. Dealing with the real deal, now you better recognize. I'm tired of being humble, but they can't knock me out. Wreck everyone and leave, this what it's all about. I'm the man around here, yeah, I'm meant to prove it. They said it's ludicrous, I said they better move it. There's main event in my name, look how I'm getting these gains. I'm up, while they down, this ain't a game, it's just me, oos. Day one from the jump, but I'm still born a king.